Rosa and Prospero talk about Juan and Julieta, and Rosa tells him that the wedding is still on, they just postponed it. Prospero somehow realizes that Juan handled his wife the way he handled him. Anyway, he also speaks about not having a business deal with Deborah. Their girls arrive with the news about Mateo, and Bertha serves them. Juan is ready to leave with one of the horses when Sarah arrives. He tells her that he wants to take a ride. He used to go with his dad when he was alive. He invites Sarah to join him on the same horse. Brandon and his girlfriend talk about her 15th birthday, and they also discuss about his useless dad who left them some time back. Simon and Pedro discuss about how Juan is so accepting of Sarah and Deborah. Pedro tells him that he has a perfect plan to smoke Deborah out but not Sarah because she's protected by the will. Juan and Sarah visit the avocado fields, and Juan gives Sarah the story of how their grandparents started all this, and they enjoy the moment. Actually, they cut one of the avocados and they eat it. We also see how the workers love Juan. Beatriz talks with Paloma and she tells her how afraid she is because poor Cornelio doesn't even know the whole story. Anyway, Paloma tells her to go to church and ease herself. She tells her that she will, though she first wants Paloma to deal with Pedro. The first don't know how, but we learn that she's almost like a lawyer. Deborah reveals to Julieta her plan to separate Sarah from Juan. The plan is for her to seduce Juan again. She gives her the tips. In the study, Lucas explains the kinesiotherapy project to his siblings, but the brothers think that it's garbage. Only Sarah supports his idea. They even advise him to continue being a vet and a YouTuber or Facebooker. Lucas gets mad because they keep treating him like a kid. Sarah tells him that she believes in him, and Juan tells him that he does too, but he just thinks that they need to do a lot of research on the same first. Lucas gets so offended by Pedro, who keeps throwing valid points but in a manner suggesting that he's belittling Lucas. Anyway, Juan tells them that because it's expensive they'll have to cut costs at the main company to facilitate Lucas's project. This also sounds mad, and Lucas realizes that his project is a bit shitty. In the face of the refusal, Lucas becomes so mad and threatens to leave the farm, hence giving up his inheritance, and this proves even more that he's still a kid, just as Pedro said, that they used to raise him, even changing his diapers just recently. Juan warns Lucas of what he's planning to do, but he says that he wants to be out of there and nobody will ever see him again. Pedro laughs it off, saying they are just fighting over inheritance. Simon chips in that they wouldn't be doing that if their father's bastard didn't come around. Juan tells him to shut up and Sarah is pissed off. She therefore tells Simon not to disrespect her and also advises him to help himself, being a therapist. Juan meets Modesto outside and complains to him of his brother's disrespect. He's tired of having to deal with grown-ups who insult others when they just feel like. Sarah and Modesto tell him to calm down, and she also advises him to talk to Lucas and come to a sort of arrangement because Severiano would have liked that. Juan affirms that he knows what he's doing. His dad told him that a strong word is better than a pat on the back. Julieta reacts to Deborah's advice, saying that maybe she has used her manipulative tactics to her advantage, and as it seems Sarah is following in her footsteps. It ends in Deborah warning her that she has already lost Juan's love, and was it not for being her mom's friend she would have slapped her. Rosa is with Jessica, trying to yell at her for saying that maybe she wants to be an actress. Prospero comes in and she tells him to be a man and talk to Jessica. Prospero feels offended and tells Rosa that he's fed up with her behavior of telling him to be a man. Rosa is shocked by his tone. Suddenly, Prospero has stopped simping anyway. The fight escalates and luckily the daughters stick up for their father. Later, Prospero leaves for the canteen to go and drink. Rosa threatens to go drag him out, but he doesn't care. Jessica announces to Rosa that she has a lover. Who's that? Luckily it's Lucas Del Monte. Alondra is shocked. Agustin's family enjoy a moment as soon as Brian announces of his promotion at the hacienda. Pedro tells Simon that he's worried about Lucas's conduct. The dude might end up donating his share to the charity organizations because he's immature. Simon tells him that Juan will handle it. Pedro remarks that yes, Saint Juan will fix things anyway. He also adds that he'll soon bring Tadeo around to live at the hacienda.